Before we get started, these instructions work for all 4 Advent calendars currently available. The Ancient Greek Mythical Creatures from 2021 and the colouring in version, and the colouring in version or school's version and colour version of this year 2023's Women of Myth Advent Calendar. This is a spoiler-free video. You will not see what's actually behind the windows of each calendar in this video. Hello, I'm Jinx and welcome to this make-along where I'm going to make one of my Ancient Greek Women of Myth Advent calendars, kind of poorly, in front of a camera so that you can make one too. To make this, you are going to need a colour printer if you're printing from the PDF, strong paper or thin card. I print mine on 300 GSM card and my printer just about takes it, so check what thickness of paper or card your printer will take. You'll also need a pair of scissors, a craft knife and a glue stick. I find a dry glue is best and less messy. And a ruler. You'll definitely need a ruler. Metal if you can. It's best to print a full colour onto white or pale coloured strong paper or thin card. Don't bother printing the cover, you don't need that. I'm just printing it off for show. You will need to print the front and back of doors on 2 sides of the same sheet, back to back, and all the other pages on their own sheet. I have printed alternative names on back of doors and back piece so that there are no spoilers. Yours, of course, will contain unblurred wording and the correct pictures. First of all, cut out the Women of Myth back piece. Try not to look at it, or get someone else to cut this out if you don't want to ruin the surprise. You can do this with a scissors. This bit's going to be at the back, so you don't need to be too neat. Next, cut out the Women of Myth front piece, the bit which has backs of doors printed on the reverse so that the names show when you open each door. Make sure you don't cut off the black and white tab at the top. Now I'm cutting it out with the scissors here just to show you that you don't really need a craft knife, but when I was making these up for customers I did use a craft knife, so it's really up to you. It's certainly a lot faster with the scissors, I can tell you that right now. There, lovely. Next, cut out the roof. Again, I cut this out with a craft knife when I was making it for people, but it is pretty easy to cut it out with the scissors. All done. Let's just pop that aside. Now, cut out the front piece doors. So this is kind of the only tricky bit. Now, because I'm incredibly clumsy, I've actually stuck washi tape to my ruler so that I can see exactly where I'm meant to cut. So you might like to do this too. Using a craft knife, cut the 3 strong lines that make up the top, right-hand side and bottom of each door, and then don't cut the left-hand side because that's going to form the hinge for the door. I'm going to score that lightly with my craft knife. You could use the back of a scissors in order to make it fold easily. So I turn mine sideways so that I can cut all the pieces at once. It generally ends up for a cleaner cut than if you try and cut each set of doors individually. Don't forget to do the double doors for number 25 at the top. I know you're only meant to go up to 24 in an advent calendar, but I like having a nice big surprise for Christmas Day. Then I turn it round and I score and then cut, score and then cut all the way along to create the hinge and the side of the door. When all of those pieces are cut, you can check on the other side and see the cuts have come through to the other side. That will make sure that you're going to get a nice clean door opening when it comes to open each door on the right day of Advent. And obviously, don't open the door, you're going to do that on each day. Put a lot of glue on all around the sides and then down in between the columns of doors, you're going to get a really nice strong stick. So yeah, I'm going to murder this glue stick all over this back piece. Now, here's where I'm going to carefully line up the glued bottom and top edges of the back piece to the front piece. So I'm going to line these up. I found it was way too hard to do this on camera, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like when I have actually lined it up. Here it is, and I'm turning it onto its back. So now I'm going to massage it so that the glue really, really sticks. So when you run your hands over it, you can kind of feel where the glue is and push down on it. So you can see it's lined up top and bottom. Lovely. We're practically done now. Finally, I'm going to apply glue along the top tab of the front piece so that I can stick on the roof section. There we go. Now it looks right. Now, you could just leave your calendar like this and blue tack it to the wall or something like that, but I included an optional stand this year. So you cut out the stand and then you are going to just score that main line, fold it over, apply some glue and stick it to the back of your calendar. There we go, all done. And now it will stand up on your desk. And if you're a teacher, you can be extremely cool and have it on your classroom desk. Just don't let the students touch it. I'm going to open the top one now now so you can see exactly how easy it is to open now that you've scored the hinge bits of the doors. You can also make this jolly little standee if you're printing off the stand. So you just cut it out, cut off the strip at the bottom. And then 4 little snips on the little dotted lines and a fold in the middle of the strip. Insert the strip into the main standee using those little snips, either at the front, which actually looks terrible, or at the back, which looks much, much better. And of course you can colour it in, and you can even cut off the bit that has Greek myth comics written on it if you like. And there we have it. You have completed your Ancient Greek Women of Myth Advent Calendar. Thanks so much for supporting my channel and my website that I like to keep free for educational purposes by buying this lovely, delightful, little, silly advent calendar I decided to make this year. Have a lovely, fabulous, festive season.